Okay, what I'm going to show you how to do is to maximize profits using the firm graph. This is a perfectly competitive firm that we're going to show, and the way that we know that it's perfectly competitive is that it's going to have a perfectly elastic demand curve. So coming from a market that's not shown here will be a demand curve that crosses through like this. Okay, that curve is going to be called Mr. DARP. Okay, Mr. DARP stands for marginal revenue, being interchangeable with the demand curve. That is the demand curve. It's also the average revenue, and it's also the price. Okay, so all of those revenues and prices can be taken off of the same curve. In order to maximize profits, we want to go through our 4 rules. The first rule is to make sure that you find where the marginal revenue is equal to the marginal cost. So we're going to follow our marginal cost curve until it hits Mr. DARP, because that is our marginal revenue. We make a dot here. Okay. Next, we're going to follow step 2, and that is to drop our anchor line down to determine what quantity will be produced. So the profit maximizing quantity to produce is going to be found at whatever number is here on our quantity axis. So we're going to label that Q for right now, since this number line has no numbers on it. Step 3 is going to be to go back up to the demand curve. Now in this case, the demand curve is Mr. DARP. We're going to follow that anchor line back up, and over at the price axis, we're going to determine the price at the price axis. So if there were a number here, we would know exactly what price to charge. The 4th step is to go ahead and calculate your profits. Now in this case, we're going to find that our average total cost curve is right here below the price. We always find the average total cost curve at the same anchor line that we figured our quantity at. If we have to look up to the average total cost, then we'll look up. But in this case, we look down to find the average total cost. We pull across a dotted line over to the axis, and this will be our average total cost. If there were a number here, we would see that this is our average total cost. So one thing that we're determining from this graph is that the price was greater than the average total cost. This is going to mean that this firm is earning a positive economic profit. In order to show the total economic profit on this graph, we are going to shade in the entire box of profits. So from our price down to our ATC, over here to where our average total cost is listed, and up here to where our price is listed, all of that would be completely shaded in to show the total box of profit. What we do not want to do is go beyond the anchor line here, and we want to take it all the way in straight lines across to the price axis. Okay, there should be 2 parallel lines on top, 2 parallel lines on the side, one being the anchor line, the other being the axis. We ignore all of the other information that's on this graph because the only important points are going to be the points that fall along this anchor line: the price, the average total cost, and the quantity. Okay, this is a graph that's showing positive economic profit. Thanks.